Hello, YouTube. Long time no see, old friend. Oh, my. Hello, everybody. YouTube, if you're watching this as a recording, you might want to skip ahead a few minutes till my chatters get in the box and we can say hello and I'll explain what we're going to do and we'll get her going. So you have the luxurious option of speeding through all that crap. Joan, hey guys. Hello. So I'll get started here. Hey, Linda. I'm going to be playing with Robyn McClendon's January Printables. I'm a little late to the game, but it's been a little crazy. So we're going to do it now. Chai, hi, welcome. That looks like a new name. Glad to see you here. Hey, Tori. So I'm going to play with Robyn's printables. I'll show you those first. We'll dig through the pile and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Something I used to do but haven't done it for years. I thought these would look really cool on her papers. Oh, they just fell out of order, but that's okay. So these, hey, Devin. Hang on, I'll tell you what these, preview. I was printing a lot of stuff. So these are called her, they're January printables. The Fortuny Lake jelly printed backgrounds is what this set is. And there are 26 printables that you can go to Robyn McClendon's teachables.com site and download them for $6 and use them till your heart's content. Hey, Allie. Hey, Dot. So I'll show you what the pages look like. These are printed on just regular printer paper. And some of these are really cool. Well, I like all of them, of course. You can't, I mean, what's not to like? But this one I really like with that pale turquoise and still the shimmer of the gold in there. You know I like that one. And here we go. All different shades. Very organic. Some are the same print with different colorways, filters put on them. See, that's the same image, but it looks completely different. And these will all blend in with all the previous months' printables. And she's been doing this, I think, March, I think last year was her first. Hey, Brooke, was her first month of printables, I think. February? March for sure. So she's been doing it for almost a year and keeps coming up with these really cool backgrounds for us to use in our art. My toner ran out. There's a couple in here that are purple where the toner kind of got jacked up like it does. I love this. This reminds me of that dendritic stuff. And I think she did this jelly print using that stains product that she bought on an Etsy shop, which I bought on the Etsy shop and I have around here somewhere, and we'll find it when the time is right. Here's where I lost my toner. But I like those. Replace the toner. This one has a shadow of her scripting stencil in it. I really like that one. All right, and that's got some scripting on it, kind of blurred in there. So that's the January printables. So what I thought I would do is I thought, remember way back, I used to make these cards with my old jelly prints, right? Little envelope with a matching note card. And I made them, and this is just a very small little handful that I still have left. I bet I have 150 of these things left. I went a little mental doing it, and I get sick of doing it, as I do. So, oops, that one got bent up there. What I thought was, how cool would Robyn's papers look made into note cards like that? And I have my handy dandy envelope punch board. So I thought we'd whip a few of these up. Let me put these out of the way. I need all my room today, I think. So I don't know if you guys have an envelope punch board. Really handy little tool. But I had to teach myself again how to use it this morning. I was down here in a panic a little while ago. I thought I did one as a practice to see, and it was all off. And then I realized at the end what I did was wrong. So this comes with this is a We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. It's got a little table on here that you can make all these different size cards and envelopes, or envelopes rather. I make little matching cards to go with them with the scrap of the piece that I cut off. So I am making the A2 size cards. Can you see that? A2. I need an 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 piece of paper, and I'm going to set the first punch and score at 3 3/4. So let's cut some papers well, let me show you a little brief overview. So that's what I did to this one, right? I'll show you how to do these punches and how you get here. But then I look at it and I decide what I want as the showing on the back, the big part of the envelope, and what I want as the flap. So I think I would fold this one like this, glue those down. I put double-sided thin tape on this peak, and then I use this scrap to cut a piece off and glue it to the bottom of a card, right? So it matches. Now these you would have to put like a little envelope, a little label here and here, or use a really dark pen. Some of them are light enough that you could just write over it, but on the darker ones, you can still use these. I never really mailed them. I just put them like with a gift and had somebody's name on it in gold foil or just a black marker if it was dark or whatever. And we can go back and do something with these white edges, but because I'm using 8.5 by 11 paper that's coming out of my printer, I'm printed some on cardstock, which I didn't know my printer could do, and it did. So yay. Hey, Carrie Ann. So we can do something with that if we want to. But for today, I was able to grab a couple of hours that I was able to get on. Xandra, you guys probably heard she's not feeling well. She's not going to be streaming today, but she is lurking. So we'll wish her well. And we'll see how far we get with the time that I have to work on these. But you'll get the idea, white edges or not. My printer will not print to the very edge of my papers, which kind of hacks me off. But so be it. I thought maybe we'd use the foil quill and put a little gold foil in some of them. And I got this little charger to run the pen on, so I didn't have to be tied to an electrical outlet. So I printed some of these papers off that Robyn gave us, the ones that were in the intuitive scripting class. She gave us a separate set of downloadables that were only available there. And that's what some of these are. These were October printables. These are this month's. I'll start with a couple of these. All right. So these are from previous months in the class. Let's start with this one. So what we want to do is the overall paper for the size envelope I want. The paper size says 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. So you know this is 8.5 by 11. Well, you don't, but I just told you. So you can see here where this little white edge is a little bigger than this one. So I'm going to trim as much off of this as I can to try to get that whole edge off of this side. And I've only got 1/4 inch to work with, right? Because it's 8.5 and I need to go to 8 1/4. So I got very slim margins I can work with here. So now I'm going to measure 8 1/4 here, and whatever it cuts off, it cuts off. Oh, and this one, it actually cut the whole thing off. So now, because this is the 11.5 side, I can get rid of this white edge down here without much thought to it. and then measure 8 1/4 this way, right? And we get this 8 1/4 square. We hope. Hey, Kay. So yeah, 8 1/4. Look at that. Precisely right. So now we take either side because they're all 8 1/4 sides, and we measure. What did it say? A2 card 3 3/4. Let me zoom in a little bit. For those of you who not used this before might be interested. It is a pretty cool little tool. So for the A2, 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. Oh shit! Wait a minute. 8 1/8. Hang on. I already hosed this up. Oh, and I said shit already. I thought it was 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, and somebody didn't. Elaine, where's Eileen? She didn't correct me. It's 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. So I'm going to come back, trim a little bit off that side, and just a hair off of that side. Now we're cooking. No, we're not actually. 8 1/8. Yeah, that's good. 8 1/8. Okay, now we're good. 8 1/8. Don't follow me, because God knows I'm lost. All right. 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. At 3 3/4, we want to go out here. Put this under this little. This is a punch and a guide. See, it has this little leg off to the side here. That's what you're going to line up. The very first crease that I put in there when I score it here, I'll show you what we do. So we put the first one in, doesn't matter what side, at 3 3/4 on the line here. Punch it. Comes with a little scoring knife, and put a score. You just fit it right inside this wedge here, and you'll find the line. The next time you rotate it, and instead of measuring on here, you line up this little leg with your first score line. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. There's a score. It's lined up right with that score line. And when you do that, then you punch and you score again and line it up with that little leg right there. Punch, score, and again, line it up there, punch, and score. So now you have this. And you can see it's an A2 card, and it's rectangular. Hey, Kathy. It's rectangular. So when you fold these 4 pieces in, what you want to do, what I do, is I like to see which one I want, what color I want on the main flap. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way, fold, fold, and fold here. And this will be the outside, the closing flap, right? But you can also turn this around, and there's a corner rounder in here. So you get rid of those pesky sharp corners right there. Which I could have done before I folded it, but I told you I'm out of practice. So just work with me. Okay. So there's that, right? You got yourself a little envelope. Let me zoom back out. Or in, rather. Sorry. All right. Now, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a glue stick for, oh, that's the collage glue. Hang on. I have another glue stick. Where's my glue stick? There you are. Okay. So I'm going to take a little piece of, get all these little shards of paper out of the way. Put this down. Oh, this is the collage stuff. I wanted the glue stick. stick, not the collage liquid gel. Collage. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I always thought the bottom flap went over the side flaps. Who the hell knows? That looks a lot cleaner though, Joan. I'm going with you on that one, which I probably did before, but one does not know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue on the inside of the bottom flap. I don't want to glue this little point here, right? So I'm just going to keep it down in this vicinity so I don't glue the damn thing shut. Right? Do that. Close that. Thank you, Joan, for that little tip that I'd forgotten. And then I'll put the double-sided tape on here in a little bit. But I want to take one of these little pieces of note card stuff. See if they're cut the right size. Yeah, that'll work. So this is, how long is that? Like 5 3/8. So let's cut this like this. And we need a little strip of this for the bottom. And it doesn't matter how long it is. You just want the pattern to show a little bit, right? And let's put a little glue on there. I don't generally make cards because I view card making as being very exacting and precise and neat, and I am none of those things. But these, I can kind of pull these off. I used to give like 5 or 6 of these wrapped up with a little piece of baker's twine as little stocking stuffers or gifts for my girlfriends or whatever, and they loved them. There you go, right? You can't hate that. This one with black ink, you could write on these. So what I'm going to do for the sake of time and mass production, I'm going to use the cutter on all the pages I want to do. And then we'll use the punch board. We'll just go through it and do them all at once so I can get rid of this thing off my desk. Right, and here's one I did earlier. Let me cut this while I'm at it. That's the dark side. I want to go 5. A little strip of that. And sometimes I don't even measure these exactly. I just put it on the card, and then and this one's not even glued yet, so I'm just going to lay this with this for another step. So we'll just stack them up, getting ready to go through a little process, and then we'll go back and decorate them a little bit more. Maybe throw a little foil on there, maybe a little free-handed scripting, just a little mark here and there, maybe a stamp or two, who knows. Okay, so let's sorry, I was just catching up on chat. So let's go with 8 1/8 again. I'm going to cut off these little white edges. This cutter is really a nice cutter. 8 1/8. Let me go 8 1/8 right there. And whatever that takes, it takes. I'm going to cut off the white here because I know I got a few inches to cut off because this only needs to be 8 1/4. And then what I like to do once I get it trimmed is to look at it and try to figure which side I want to keep for the little strip on the bottom. I might keep it down here because the stenciling is kind of more apparent there, and I can get that little element in with the little strip on the bottom, right? So I'm just going to cut this And I'll just put these together like this over here somewhere. Thanks, Joan. So I'm just going to go through these cardstock pieces I have. I'm really tickled that my my printer printed cardstock without screaming at me. Oops, that's got a little white edge on there. Take that off. CB! Hello. Hey, Susan. Okay, so this, I'm going to go this way to take any excess off. 8 1/8. That's pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close. So this way, I'm going to take this piece off. 8 1/8. And then I'm going to take a little hunk of this off. And actually, I'm going to get rid of this bottom edge. I want some of that circle in whatever I put on there. So I'm going to keep this with this one. And we shall just plow through. 8 1/8 right there. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go 8 1/8 here. And let this, or do I want to go? I don't know where she's going to end up. Let's go from this side. 8 1/8. All right, and then let's cut. I want some of this little disc here. I want that in my, and I want some scripting in there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I tell you. I'm going to go right here. And then on this side, I'm going to cut some of that off. So I get that dark scripting on the bottom there. I'll put that one over. CB, I don't know if you remember the Artful Dabber. That's Tori that has joined us before in the past quite a bit. This one, oops, I'm going to take a little hair off of there. And here I missed some white. How did I do that? 8 1/8. Let's go to there. Oop. Go to there. And I like all this business down here. So I'm going to try to save that for the card. And we'll keep a little bit of this, which is kind of plain, but that's okay. I'm going to keep this side where it's got a little more schmutz of color in there. Actually, get rid of that. I'm going to take about half of that-ish. All right. So let's see. I want 1 1/8 there. Get rid of all that white. And 8 1/8. Sorry, I'm saying 1 1/8. I mean 8 1/8. What you doing? Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Not funny. I didn't do nothing. I was concentrating. I'm using a heavy piece of machinery. There's that one.
Where you going?
Who's that, Oak? Oakie, come here and see Mama. You want to see the ladies?
Yeah, he wants to see what's all around.
I know. Come here, honey. Come here, Bo. Come and see the ladies. Look her. Come over here. What's this? Look up here. What's this? There's Oakie. taking my paper. Little turd.
Come on. Did he just take some of your trash?
Possibly. I just emptied it, so we'd have to reach down pretty far to get it. Sorry about that camera. That camera situation.
Yeah. What's in this cold bag?
And I'm streaming.
Okay.
I'll check with that later.
Oh, it's all trash. Come on.
Come on. Get a hunk of that off of there. And 8 1/8 here. Actually, I want to try to keep most of that. So let's go about here. Now I'm just getting ballsy trying to eyeball it now. That's how I screw up. Yeah, whatever. These are all pretty plain, but that's okay. We'll know it matches. Oakley will be 3 next week. God save the queen. He is getting better, but oh, that little rascal can be ornery. Ornery. All right, let's see what we want to do. I love this little black hunk up here. So I'm going to go like this. And you never know where this is going to end up. I guess if you did enough of them and paid attention and you had something that had a right side up to it, you know, you'd be able to really tell how you want to trim it to make it look better. And this, I'm just going to take a hunk of this down the bottom here. For another one of those. And one more left, so I might as well do it. I love these printables we got from the class. I will link everything underneath the video when I get done for the other members of Robyn's design team and the link to get the printables. So I want to keep as much of this dark on this edge as I can. That's pretty much right there, actually. It was a little crooked, but whatevs. 8 1/8. What is crooked here? Something feels off. 8 1/8. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we punch it, I guess. We might have a lone soldier that doesn't make it. Doesn't make the cut. All right, let's get something here like this. There we go. Now we can get rid of this rascal. Are those the J? Yes. No. Sorry, CB. No. Not all of them are. These prints, like with the script, are from October. These were from her her scripting class that we did. We got a special set. This is from the printables this month, as well as these two. And I showed them at the beginning of the video, but there's 26 pages. They're all jelly printed backgrounds. Like so. Or there might be a couple repeats in there that I printed over where my printer jammed and the toner ran out. So it was eventful trying to get it done. All right, let me put this back over in the paper cutter department. Some of these, not these little annoying bits, but some of these bigger pieces I can keep for little scraps. And that's stuck to the glue, or not. All right, look at these. out of the way. Some of these are stuck to my little glue bits. We'll just do this. Sacrifice my deli paper. All right. And now we're going to do the punching. Allie, Patty, you printed these on cardstock. The one, yes, these are on cardstock, the ones I'm making the cards out of. They are. And it worked in my printer. Hallelujah. I'm going to put the cap on this until I need it. So, pull you in again a little bit. And we are, glare, I can't see, 8 and 8, 3 3/4. So I'm going to go to 3 3/4 on the rule here. Punch. Score. Spin and line up this little foot with the previous score mark. You only have to measure on the ruler the first time. And then that sets you up for exact measurements, we hope. And now I'm just going to do the backs, get the points around it at the same time. Oop. Not if I don't put it in there right. All right. I'll put that one there. So now, how do you make it? Yeah, I'm going to make envelopes with matching note cards out of Robyn's Printables. I'll put double-sided real skinny tape here, and then there's a matching note card with each one. That's the idea. Colleen needs to watch. Okay, here we go again. So let's go 3 and oh look, I put it right at 3 3/4 actually. It's like I'm psychic. Here we go. There's that. And oh, somebody's talking about laughing hard, and I missed what it was, what they were talking about. Ah, Joan, you remember when I was way back sewing those damn oh, the pencil cases? Do you remember that little debacle? Is that this one? Or is that, no, that's that one. This is this one. Okay. Yeah. I was talking to Donna on the phone last night. We'd actually talked for a couple hours, and she was talking about sewing something, and I said, oh yeah, well, I got a brand new sewing machine after that monstrosity of a clog that happened and ruined that other one. I bought one brand new for the same amount it would cost me to take it to a repair shop and have them give me an estimate for the repair. I thought, well, hell with that. I'm just going to get a new sewing machine for the same money. And it's never even been plugged in. Oh, Colleen making it. Was she using this thing? Probably like when you guys were trying to teach me how to make that damn folder, which actually it turned out eventually, that I took to Arizona. Remember that little debacle? It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. It'd be really cool if I knew how to start to get this to be kind of upright, but some of it's going to be inside out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. With the flaps and turning it, fold it, and everything, it's going to be, some's going to be sideways, so we're just going to have to live with it. Once you get going on this, you can develop a rhythm. When you try to just do one at a time to completion, you got to switch out tools and, you know, it slows you down. But when you can go with mass production in mind, you get a rhythm going, it's not so bad. There's that and that. Line up the foot, punch, score. Line up the foot, punch, score. Line up the foot, punch, score. And that should be done. And that is done. Okay. That and this. A couple more. We're out of this stage. We'll get to the more fun part. Oh, take care, Devin. No worries. We might be getting some snow tomorrow, I understand. I think there's a newer edition of this punch board available. This is the first one they came out with. And gosh, I don't know how long ago this was. All right, Carrie Ann, thanks for dropping in. Score. What? Score. I couldn't even tell you what the difference is between this and I'm pretty sure there's a newer one. And I don't know what the difference is. I'm sure it does more things or more sizes or something somewhat fancier somehow, some way. Now see, I wish that would have ended up on the bigger flap so I could have had that shown when it was folded. I guess I could make it, turn it and make it fold the other way. So that is a top flap and make it like a long rectangular envelope instead of make it a portrait instead of landscape envelope, if that makes sense. One more. Yeah, it's been out a while. Gosh, I'm surprised it's that long ago, though. Time flies. And one time I used to make those cards and had them in my Etsy shop. All right. All the scoring and punching, oops, is done. A little mess. All right. So now what do I want to do next? And this actually stores right here in this little side bit, snaps in there and stays in place. So you never have to dig around for your little scoring tool. I'm thinking we might as well glue these now and we can decorate them, and then we can see what's what side is what. And then we'll go back and do the little, I like this lighter section for the flap. So I'm going to go, how did we decide Joan's sides first? And then this comes up, right? Groovy. Oh, I better come out a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to do down here, avoiding this little tip again so I don't glue the damn thing shut. All right, put that off to the side. Let's see. I got to crease all 4 of these, and right now I don't have to decide which flap goes where. So instead of just having this the same orientation and having one of these flaps, actually that would show right here. That's okay. I can live with that. Yeah, wow, 13. Man, that seems like a long time ago. It was, really. This, and I got a little bit for the, of that circle for the card. Now let's see how this one's going to work. Oh, she did end up on the back. Cool. So let's do it this way. All right. I might have a little too much glue right there in the point. There we go. That one will look like that with her on the back. And that's the strip. And let's see what this is. All right, let's do it this way. This, and that. Trying to hit this little straight point right there too on the sides. White rather than dark gray. Yeah, they have these, you can see these charts where they did them with the background, the dark and the white, so they're with the reversed fonts. Well, of course it won't focus, but you get, there you go. All right. This way. This way. This. That's a pretty good score that you can fold over, right? Pretty exact. Yeah, I think, let me see what the biggest paper is. This goes up to 11.5 by 11.5 pieces of paper. And the largest envelope it makes is 6 by 8.5 with that size paper. So that's pretty much a piece of scrapbook paper with the trim off of it. Oops. Uh-oh. Come here. There we go. Let's see. What do we got here? All right. Like this. Like this. Make a crease before it gets all sticky with the glue. Hey, Libby. Oh, thank you. Hey, Kimberly. Likewise. I know it's been a while. It's just so crazy. It's, I'm busy with work full time, and some days are busier than others. And my mom is here, and so I have lots of stuff to do for her during the day, all her meals, snacks, shower day, laundry, and all that good stuff. And I just don't have a whole lot of free time anymore, unfortunately. I want to make a, I don't know how I'll do it or what I can do. Probably watercolors is the easiest thing to do, but I want to try to come up with an everyday habit of forcing myself to come down here, if only for 15 minutes, and I throw around some watercolors, maybe something like that. That's pretty fast. It's hard to do a collage in 15 minutes or any kind of project. Just practicing strokes and mixing colors or doing something mindless, at least to get down and get dirty. Another one. Oh, I like this. I like that. All right, let's do this. This way, and like so. All right. This one you can almost write over here on the side. Okay. Now, I got to do the cards. Well, I don't have to do those right now. Let's do the more fun stuff, and I'll do the cards if I have time to do it. 3:48. I figured I'd go till about 5. Hey, April. Yeah, I know. I like doing that with just wet and dropping colors in and see what happens. Hey, Regina. Did you get your vaccine yet? I'm not eligible yet, but I'm undecided on that at the moment. So let's put the cap on here, and let me put a little gold stuff on here, and hopefully this is still charged. Charged it, never used it. So hopefully it held its charge. It looks like it's fully charged. Got the little lights on there. And let's grab a little piece of foil. This is the foil quill also by We Are Memory Keepers. And this is the calligraphy tip, little flat edge on it there. It's starting to heat up. And these are the little foil squares. They sell rolls too, but I do not like rolls of foil, and that's just about how all of them are sold. But they do sell these little sheets, 4x6, I think they are. I think they're much easier to handle, especially when you add the static and the curling and all that. It's like, sweet. See, that's wants to curl anyway. When it comes off a roll, forget it. You got to tape it down, and it's just too much like work for me. All right, let's take one of these that I already finished. don't have any idea what I'm going to put down here. I might just do like a sketchy kind of a border around it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to plug another one of these in. And I think I'll use my, what's that? That's the fine. I'll use this medium one. Just a little round nib. Oh, maybe. Well, okay, that one's tangled. We'll go with the bold one. This is just like a big round ballpoint kind of a nib. And this, will it plug into? There's 2 holes. Let's see if that one warms up too. How nice would that be? All right. KP makes an envelope journal. Yeah, they would. Robyn does a lot of videos too on her YouTube channel. And of course on her Patreon, she does a whole lot more journals and book structures. There's a level that you can get all kind of lessons on how to put together a lot of different structures if you're interested in that on her Patreon page. But they do make really pretty papers. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. I'm stalling till these heat up. And I figure out what I'm going to do with this. Wonder if I can do, that's pretty warm. Just a little, these are so hard to try to do any kind of scripting with because you can't move fast. And when I want to make those sweeping things, I'm moving fast and flicking it around. And you have to make full contact with this nib in order for it to transfer. So it might be a little contrived looking, but we'll see what we get. Just a little something shiny on the front. And if you mail it, a stamp's going to go there, address here, address here. So we'll do a little something down here maybe. Maybe I'll use this one. This one more. Yeah. You can't really see what you're doing. So it's just a little abstracty, little something else on there. And maybe I'll put a little something on here so it kind of matches because it's going to have gold on it. But let's just do I'm just going to make some little dash marks kind of with this wider calligraphy tip. Just across the middle, a little something to put a little shim on there. It doesn't show up much, but there's a little something sparkly there that kind of pulls it together. So that's kind of one. Hey, Colleen. They were laughing about you, girlfriend. I don't know what's that about. I almost kicked them out. So this, maybe we'll just in this white area. And the white, this is the bottom. Let's just do you can see where that crease is off the side there. Let's just do a little bit of a sketchy double line maybe, just to get something down there shiny. With gold foil, it doesn't have to be a pretty symbol or anything. You just get it down there and make it shiny and it's good. Hey, just a little something, something. Oops, that's really jacked up crooked there. What the hell are you thinking? Let me do it this way and I'll do a double line. I'll make it come. Oh, that's really getting worse. Stop while you're ahead. What the hell was that supposed to be? All right. Whatever. Go on this dark piece here. I'm moving quick, but I'm going up and down the same stroke just to try to get it. You know, just a little something. Don't have to be much. That kind of ties it all together. Or we could always, let's see how I can really flub these up now. Oh, look at this all dried up on me. Oh my. Hang on. All right, well, that's not coming out of there without getting soaked. So we'll just add to it. A little ink. Eileen! Colleen, I told them they were talking about having problems making envelopes. And I don't know if you were online or not when I was making those coffee stain folders with collage on them that we took to the retreat in Arizona last year. Oh, sweet Moses. That wasn't so good. Oh, that's pretty good for the hey, you know what? Let me get another little dish and get some of that silver ink. There's my little dish department now. There you are. Let's try a little bit of that on some of these darker bits too. Oh my gosh, it was several streams worth of me trying to get that project finished. I had to phone a friend. Xander called in and FaceTime with me. And, oh, yeah, it's not one of my best efforts, but I finished it. I finally got it. Oh my God, it was a group effort. And I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was so dense about the point they were trying to get across. I could not, for the life of me, grasp what in the hell they were talking about. So we had to phone a friend. What the heck? Okay, I'm going to take one of my little bamboo LEBENZON paintbrushes here. You know nothing about group efforts. Oh my goodness. It was a hootenanny. So I'm going to use this silver black ink first here. And oh lordy, this makes me nervous going down here. I haven't scripted for so long. But let's just dive in, shall we? And it'll be part of the background, right? And that'll start to turn silver. It'll sink in, right? See where it's getting that bluish silver a little bit on it. And let's do a little something on the point over here. And I'll just let that lay like that and dry. So that'll be pointed down, of course, when you fold it. And where's my little, this? That looks a little cockeyed. This is wider than this, so we'll have to cut it that angle to fix it. But let's see if I can get a little teeny tiny piece. Of course, this will be going the wrong way, but that's okay. Just a little something schmutzed on there that matches. That's going pretty well into that paper and getting the silver bit showing. Here you can see this one now a little bit better. I love that ink. That's one of my faves. So let's put that over there. And I'm going to look through here and see which ones I might want to use that on. The ones that have the more blacky gray like this, that'll be a good one. Let's see what we can do with this. Judy, hello. All right, let's just do a little tiny bit down this way. And up here, let's do something just bigger that really comes down to a point there. Like so. We'll see how that goes. And then this will actually help tie this together because it's none of that black came out on the edge of the paper that we kept. The background is still there, but we'll see. I always put too much water in these damn jars. All right. Let's put you, I'll lay this one up on my keyboard. Maybe we'll do one more with some of that, and then we'll switch to the other ink. Like that. Ooh, and here's this little black washer rusted over here. That's pretty cool looking. All right, now I'm running out of spreading out space. That's okay. All right, actually, this one probably would be pretty with some of the gold on it. Let's move this over here. Lordy. Let's put that up there. Now let's grab the calligraphy nib and let's see what other monstrosities we can put on here. Let's see if we can put anything. Okay, let's do, you know, I wonder if I could just do some sort of a I don't know. Let's just do like a scallop. This might look like crap. Oh, not too bad. All things considered. Let's do a little bit down one side of this. Oh, you know what I could do? I will tell you. I got some stuff. Just put a little something shiny in there. I got some glue pens that I saw someone using really simply with gold leaf. Let's try some of that instead of this heat stuff. So these are Zig two-way glue. Whatever the hell that means, but that's what it says. All right. Of course, each one's wrapped as though it's going to go through a nuclear bomb. All right, what's this say to do? Probably nothing in English. Gently squeeze the bubble grip to dispense a thin line of two-way glue while rolling the tip on the surface to be glued. What the hell is two-way glue? Well, we're going to find out. Ouch. Oh, use these for masking? You know what? I think we were on a, were we on a stream and somebody mentioned that? Or you mentioned that, April? I saw these on a Cheap Joe's 2-minute video where she did some watercolor and then just put the glue down and laid some leaf over top of it. I go into my gold leaf department. Hey, maybe I'll use some of this. Excuse me. They call it rose gold. It's very much like the copper. Let's try a piece of this. And let's see what the heck happens. All right, what do we have left? Maybe this one with the little lady. I don't know. Will that go okay with that? I guess it will. It's just going to be thin lines of it. It's not going to be anything too spectacular. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I wonder if I could script a line down there with this. Will it cooperate enough? Huh. And I don't think she let it sit too long. Was it at Z-Stream? It probably was. Oh, yeah, she was using Jane's pen through the stencil to mask, remember? But I did see this again on a Cheap Joe's video. All right, let's just drop her down there. That's what they did on Cheap Joe's. I don't want to press hard at all because I don't want to schmutz and flatten out the characters that I made there. And of course, a ton more than you need is going to stick. That's okay. That's all right. Oh, hell, it's just pulling off of there. Okay, well, that's not good. Let's put that back on there and push hard. This will end up being an abstract bit of foil on here by the time we get this over with. Sweet Moses. Good Lord, it's got getting a booger in your finger. Not that I know, but I'm just saying. Might have messed this one up. Let me see if I can get a brush that would appropriately be the correct stiffness to get rid of the excess foil, yet not destroy the foil under it. Surely I have something along those lines. I thought I had one exactly for that, but I don't know. We'll grab a couple and try them. I do think this one may be a goner. We'll see. Kind of swirl it. Quite a blob up there. Well, not great, not horrible. And no, I'm not saving those little bits. I got so much damn foil and jars of different kinds of flakes. Well, I don't know what the hell happened up there, but you know, we'll see. Let's try a little something on the flap. We shall not give up. We might be a lot of things, but we're not quitters. All right, where's the crease? Right there. Let's do. Now, do you think I should let that set a little bit till it's a little more sticky than just wet? Because I think she put it down right away. Then again, she was just doing straight lines of glue across the middle of an abstract watercolor. So she just wanted streaks of it through there. She didn't want it to, you know, hold the shape of the little bit of scripting. You can't really see where it is. Some of the blue is still there. It's drying pretty quickly. Some of the thicker intersections are still blue. But do you think it should dry completely? Let it dry, let it dry. All right, let me set that one off to the side. And let's do something on, oh hell, something on this. So this is going to be a little wide, but I might keep it anyway because I like it. But let's do. Just do something like that on that one. All right. This piece, just a couple little pieces on there that are not clear yet. You know how impatient I am. Let's push the envelope and see how long we have to let it dry. Might as well do all my flubs on one. Yep. A piece in there. All right, I'm going to push that down a little bit more. I can see one of the lines there looks pretty good. All right. All right, let's see what happens. Oh. That one came out good. Much better. All right, and then I want to do a little something. Where's my little... Oh, here it is. Oh, hell, I always put it already. Put it on there already. Hello. Let's try not to... This one's pretty dry. I'm trying to get a whole piece that might fit along that whole area. Not quite. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, that pen actually is working pretty good doing that. I will be doing that again. And it lets me get a decent flow of the, characters, kind of loop-de-loo and swishy-fied and all that. So let's try. Let's get rid of this. Okay. I'm going to unplug these so I don't burn my little fingers. And I think we should try some stamps on some of these. Oh no. Crap. My drawers is jammed. That's not good. Let's try this. And let's try maybe one or two of these. And I just want my black stamp pad, I think. It's supposed to do real fine, and those are really fine on that bigger stamp. So these are my latest Pictograph stamps that I did. There's a, let me show you what the set is for those of you who might not know them. This is the most recent set of pictographs that I did that's in my Etsy shop. It's got this one here that we're going to use. It's got another little set of that in a square design. And these are actually cut separately. So they're like this. They're not wood mounted, but they're all cling mounted. So they're in my Etsy shop if anybody's interested in those. I have a few sets left of that. And let's see. Let's see. Oh, see, Brooke, thanks for stopping in. Could you use the glue pen with the stamps, or would it mess up the stamp? You mean to put glue down and then foil over top of that glue that's stamped? I would just use like embossing ink and try that probably before I would try something like this. To get that on here, that would not be good. Although I did get one with a larger nib, because you know how I like to make my little rectangular like that down a canvas or whatever. I do have that one. All right, let's see. What do I want to do here? This. I could emboss on here, actually. That may be what we do. Embossing ink. Ancient amber. That kind of blends nice. Let me just grab these two. All right, let's put this down. And just the flap. I just want to do this flap. I don't know if it can or not, April, for sure, but it would seem like it should. Of course, how many times have I said that was wrong? Is this one too big? I just want it to come down like maybe like that and have that little arc. We'll try that. What the hey? What's the worst that can happen? And I'll try a little piece of a scrap piece with some embossing ink and put leaf over it and see what happens. Okay. Now my head might get in this frame, but I want to make sure I'm pretty even. Ooh, that looks like it might be kind of cool. All right, and now I think I'll go with the gold on this one, or the ancient amber. This is a Seth Apter ink, embossing powder. Got a big pot of beef stew. Finishing off up there. All right. I'm gonna make some cornbread with it for dinner. All right, let's see what happened. I don't think I got the very tip that well, but we shall press on and live with it. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow too, so it'll be a nice cozy dinner. Because there's plenty of leftovers, I can tell you that. That looks pretty cool. Let's do a little something back here. Do I just want to do one of these little streaks down there? Let's do that. Keep going. 8 inches of snow that wasn't predicted. Yikes. That was a surprise, I bet. Oh, I know what that is. That's my Xandra stream alarm, so I don't miss it on Sundays. But she's not streaming today. Don't want to lead you astray. All right, there's that little bit down the side. And now I should do something with this. I think I'll just do a strip of this in the middle. Actually, I'm going to do it over this dark area. He's gone. I love watching this turn and it starts to. Probably can't see that too well because it's curling it as it heats it. It's going to burn my fingers if I put my fingers there. So we'll have to miss it. All right. There we go. There's that one. All little pieces done. I like that. And let's do, hey, you know what? I didn't glue this one down yet, but I'm going to glue this. Well, come on. There we go. I'm going to glue this really quick. Oh, wrong one. This one. Too many blue sticks. Oh, and I didn't corner punch this one either. Oh, how unprepared. All right. So I wanted it this way. Like so. And excuse me. I think I'm going to do something on this dark side over here. Down away from any postage that might get added on it at some point. And I'm going to use this turquoise one on here. This is patina oxide. I really like this one. It's kind of chunky, so in a real fine design, it won't come out as crisp. Let's see what we get. But it's got little chunks of brass, coppery looking stuff in it. There it goes. Get up close to that. See what I mean? Where it's got those little bits in it of the copper. Looks like it's part of that background. Oh, cool. Mommy like that. And I'm going to do hands are cold. Cold. Let's do, well, here's this one. These are my other pictographs. This is the first set that I did, and that's smaller. So let's see how this. This way. I got marks on this clear disc, the 2 lines here, so I know which end is up when I print this one. Now that'll get right in there. That'll fit right in the flapperoo. And even though that is kind of fine, I'm still going to use the turquoise on there. And maybe it'll look sketchy, and that's okay. Oops, look at those little tiny corners in there. How the hell did they get on there? All right. Be gone. Okay, tomorrow's your birthday. Happy early birthday. Yeah, that one fit right on that little, right on the flap. It's very subtle, but it's there. Now I got to put something on this little rascal. Do we want to do something sideways? Yeah, who cares? Let's do this one. What time is it? 4:34. All right, I'm still good. Get a little test in here with some of this with foil after I do this one. Oops. Oh, that was great. I like embossing powder, but I hate it when it gets on stuff. It feels like sand in your bathing suit. Yeah. But that's okay. That's how we make things pretty. All right. Oops. So now I have to, oh, I got this one more left. Hang on. What am I going to do with you? Oh, you know what? I know what we're going to do. Put put these, oh no, leave this out because I want to do a test with foil, not with this. Hang on. I talked to myself so I remember what the hell I was going to do. Ink pad, embossing. Jelly. Ink. Didn't I get an ink pad that was really close to like a Chinese red kind of color? Was it vermilion? That's what we're going to use. That's what we're going to do. Let's see, will this fit in here? Yep, that'll fit right there. Let's see what it does. We won't know till we do it. Okay. That's going to get lost in there, but that's kind of what I want it to do because it's so busy. It's not going to, let's do this one. Stand out or take over. I'm just going to do, actually I'm going to do half of this. Let's do half of it this way. So we did get to stamp with ink instead of just embossing. So that's good. Yeah, just a little something in there. And all right. There we go. Now let's do this is just a little piece of the cardstock that I'm cutting off the little cards that'll go in here. So what am I doing? We're putting on the embossing ink on here and then using the foil, right? Let me get a wire piece. Right? That's what we said we're going to do. Embossing ink with leaf, gold leaf, not foil. I'm not sure this will have the staying power, but we will find out. Patti was going to suggest red. Yeah, you can't go bad with a little pop of red. Okay, now it's a little pink colored because of the red that was previously stamped on there, but that's okay. So now, should I let this get sticky before I put on the foil? Oh, I like that one. What do you think? Got to get another piece of leaf. I'll use the same stuff just so we're comparing apples to apples. There's a little chunk in those tissues somewhere. I see you. All right, there we go. I don't see any marks of that. Nope. Unless I didn't sit long enough, but that's not where the characters are, where that's sticking. That's just, huh. I'm going to say that might be a fail. Yeah, it's just completely resisting it. So no, April. Never trust me. Make me prove it. Oh my. Okay. At least we got in one experiment of the day. So let's I'm going to try to get some of these cards made up. We can I'm just going to cut these with scissors. All right. A little bit of this. You can put them at the top or the bottom or down the side. I've done them all different kinds of ways. Still didn't cut it right. So there you go. Right? One. I really like this one. I like how that silver ink looks on there. It's very subtle. I really like that front piece there. So this, I could put it down like this. So at least it's oriented right. Oop. I'm wondering if I should have let that like dry all the way, if that picked up any of the tackiness when I put the foil down at first. I don't know. I might play with that another day. All right, so there's this. Let's see this one. That's got a little white schmutz on the end there. We don't need that. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go this way with this one too, because the orientation of that embossing. Of course, I glued the whole thing, so that's going to make it a little extra sticky. Get off of there. I feel like I got two left hands. All right, so there's that one. And a little bit over there. They go pretty quickly actually. And I used to not put a layer of decoration on them. That's taken a little bit extra time to get that done. But it's worth it. They're pretty cool, aren't they? I love Robyn's the colors and just her whole style of all the, with the rusted bits and the black mixed in with the rusting water, so you get that extra little something. Here's that one. And then put the little one down the side there. That's cool how that came out kind of in the middle. Here's another one of these. I think we're going to go down with this one too. Lord, I got this all schmutzed around here. Oop, look out. Look out. Don't want to get any glue boogers on there. There's that one. So here's the little lady with the rose gold blob. Bless her heart. Right. Oh, see, this font went this way. Now mine goes sideways. That wasn't too bright, but never claimed to be, so you can't really hold that against me. Huh. All right, we're going to lose a little bit of that. That's okay. All right. There's that one. Pardon the schmutz right there, but I'm not a machine, people. I make mistakes. Here's another one. I might need to cut some more cards. Oh no, maybe I'll be all right. Comes another one. Gosh, I haven't said much today. I'm concentrating. Takes everything I got to pull this off anymore. All right. There's that one. You know what I could do? Instead of this being stark white, I could have coffee stained the papers a little bit. But perhaps next time. Here's the one with the little gold bit on there, on there, on there. Oh, I already did that card. Okay, so that one's done. That's the foil. So you can do all kind of stuff to these. I'm not sure what time the playoff games come on. I haven't heard my mom screaming yet, so probably not just yet. She's quite the football enthusiast. All right, there's that one. Little gold, little gold. One more. Home stretch. All right. Let's do this. See, so just those little edges of the bits that were left over when you cut off the 8 square from the 8.5 by 11 paper. You have plenty to do a little collage-y kind of thing here. And of course, the more you want to do, the more you can do. There's no limit. This is just how I'm doing it to give you an idea. Another way to use these lovely prints and have a little something to use. Oh, look at that crap. I don't like that. We're going to have to do something with that. And I just put little scratchy lines down the bottom there. But, you know, you can't win them all. All right, let me get rid of some of this, and I'll show you the bits we ended up with. All right. This. Okay. Stamps, get them out of the way. Okie dokie. We'll put a little clean one out here. All right. All right. Here's what we got. These were fun to make again. After, of course, I figured out how to use the machine. This might be one of my favorites with and this is. I like that one too. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I really like that one. And I like that one. So, all in all, not a bad afternoon. Put them in a little closer for you guys. You got kicked out. That might not have been an accident, Dot. You know how Joan is. Hey, Kathy. So anyway, that's what I did with Robyn's printables. So just for those of you who haven't seen them, there are 26 pages for January on her Teachable site. When I I'll go back and add the links to all that after I get situated post streaming. But look at how shiny that one looks. I just love that. That's probably my favorite of these. But they're all scrumptious. So you'll just fan through these again. Some of these are the same image where she's done different filters. So you get a completely different look. Right? 4 different filters. It looks completely different. Those are 2 different filters there. These are all, what did she call them? Fortuny-like backgrounds. And you can see where a lot of these are jelly prints that, I don't know if she used sprays or that stains liquid that she found on Etsy. But they have almost that dendritic look, like these especially. You know, when you pull paint between 2 pieces of glass and see how it makes those long spidery webs, veining kind of a look. Different filter, different filter. Ran out of toner, ran out of toner. This one I really like because of the, you can see I made a card with one of those, the shadowing of her stencil. And this, she had some scripting on the plate and it bubbles up and resists. Kind of makes it look like one of those tests for color blindness. Patty Pocket stains. Yes, thank you, Allie. I was going to look for that jar. I just got it. I couldn't have lost it already. But yeah, Patty Pockets. It's called Stains with a Z. Stains, and it's I think she shows videos of where she's used it to like antique papers, basically kind of like similar to coffee dyeing, but it's a different substance. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. But anyway, there you go. Let me flip these over so you can see all the backs. Oops. Get in there, Mama. There you have it. All right, kiddos. Thanks for hanging with me. I really appreciate it. Thanks to my mods. And everybody stay warm. I'm going to go get my hands warm. I think I might have a little soak in the jetted tub tonight. It's not a hot tub. It's just a little oversized bathtub with jets. But I got some CBD bath bombs that I couldn't find for a while, and they were really nice. So I think that's where you're going to find me, somewhere around 8 or 8:30 tonight. We'll be submerged. There's another Linda. Hey, Linda. So anyway, check out Robyn's Printables. Tons of stuff you can do with them. I'll put her Teachables link among other links below. And I'll catch you later. Bye, guys. Stay warm. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Toodles.